Never need a chick, I'm what a chick needs. Trying to find the one that'll fix me. I've been dodging dead in the 6-speed. This fat thing got my stomach feeling sickly.
Yes, Sirski, we're back again with another album review today, and my boy read my mind. Before I even got here, he read my mind. He wore this triple XL T-shirt because he know I was listening to some sadboi music today, so I could wipe my tears. I appreciate that.
That's actually crazy. Okay, so today we'll be reviewing.
The first time I let you talk, that's what you do.
Reviewing the Weeknd's recent album, After Hours. I listened to the deluxe version. Apparently, Damien doesn't think the deluxe version counts towards anything.
It's garbage.
It's 3 extra songs.
The extra songs are throwaway songs, so why
that makes zero sense.
I'm not even gonna talk about them because I don't remember them.
I guess, which is funny because I actually like one of the 3 extra songs, but okay.
So as a fellow sadboi music subscriber, you know you got your whole Drake thing. Like I thought you would mess with this album because Weeknd is prime sadboi music. Weeknd did have that fire sadboi songs. He said, "I used to pray when I was 16. If I didn't make it, then I'd
probably make my wrist bleed.
I would probably make my wrist bleed." I was like, "Yo, snap in the darkness of my room." That was like snapping my fingers. I felt that, Jordan. You ain't felt that?
This man, I can't.
You didn't feel that?
I mean, listen,
wow.
The bar was fire.
That was Snow Child, right?
Uh-huh.
Man, when I listened to that song, my shirt turned from white to black. I was like, instantly. I was like, went back in my 2006 emo phase. I was like, yes, roar. Roar for me.
I was surprised they go from white to red. That's crazy.
Oh wow, that's dark.
Yeah, exactly. The album is good. It's just not my cup of tea. If that makes any sense. Like
what about it then? Like
well, to be fair. Well, first of all those songs they came from like different time periods. Like one song came from like it belongs in Stranger Things, like the fucking 80s or something like that. Like another song or part song, it belongs in a whole different genre.
You can't be pleased because the other week you literally said, "I don't like this Uzi album because all the songs start sounding the same." So when the songs sound different, now you're like,
"No, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it's not my cup of tea."
With this album, like it had a lot of like different sounds, and that's good. Like it still had a theme. I think there was a theme, but it's still like there was enough change in these songs to change it up.
Again, nothing wrong with it, but it's like the problem with the problem. It felt chaotic.
I mean, he's going through emotions. Like, what it's supposed to be, you're supposed to be calm and make a sadboi season. That's not how sadboi season music works. No. I felt a lot of these songs because it had this 80s vibe to it, which was what he was going for. Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes. It had this really 80s, like, saxophone, like, smooth, like, smooth sound going on.
But then when you hear songs like Be Alone Again and you hear Too Late, it sounds like it belongs in the 2000s. So I'm like, okay, and
what's wrong with some variety?
Nothing wrong with that, but the fact that he keeps jumping back and forth between future and past, like you might as well just cut the album in half and have a future part and a past part.
I think the album was cut into very specific sections. The first part sounded like old Weeknd, like it was very dark, and then we got into the more 80s type stuff midway. Like especially when you got to Heartless. Like Heartless was the only banger on here because Heartless sounds like the Weeknd was trying to like convince himself that he don't care, because the other songs he was simping in the best way possible. He was like, being real vulnerable, but Heartless he was like, never need a chick I'm what a chick needs, and I'm like, hey, I was like, I felt that.
I mean,
like,
he said it in another line.
Those are those toxic bars that I go to Weeknd for.
I guess.
One of the best songs on here was a ballad, basically, Scared to Live. Scared to Live is gonna be at weddings. It's gonna be a lot of things. Scared to Live is a really good song. It's a beautiful song. Escape from LA, like that got me in my soul. I felt him. I was like, man,
who hurt you, man? Dear.
I don't want to remember who hurt me. That's why I'm listening to this album.
That's crazy.
By the time I got to the end of this album, like there's some songs like In Your Eyes where I feel like, oh man, this needed a little bit more work. Like it kind of seems generic to me. I like the song, but it's kind of like it feels a little bit empty to me. Like even when they got Doja Cat on it, I'm like, I don't know if this was exactly the right. They're still missing that something to complete that song.
Yeah, I remember how much more elements you need for one song already to be complete, though.
He had this literary bar, futuristic sex. Give her that Philip K. Dick. What? Bars. Okay. Smart bars. all the librarians about to just pass out from that.
I guess, but listen, I guess that went over my head. I'll give you that one. That went over my head.
If you see a girl with glasses, give her that bar. She about to be like, what? Go to that Starbucks and go say that to some girl in Starbucks.
Futuristic. Wow.
Yeah.
But okay. So, what songs did you actually like from the album?
I liked Heartless, which I didn't like at first, but I really was feeling it because I was like, you gotta be in that mood. You gotta understand that mood. Heartless, Scared to Live, one of my 2 favorite tracks.
Yeah.
Then it goes to Blinding Lights, and Escape from LA. Then In Your Eyes. That's about it.
Okay.
The rest I like, but none of them I'm really gonna play again. But like those are really solid tracks. They're really great.
Oh dang.
It's a good album from beginning to end. It's a really solid album. Like go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, my list is probably a lot shorter than yours.
Go ahead.
For me, it's Too Late, Snow Child, Repeat After Me, and that's pretty much it.
Wow. I mean, hey, you got different tastes. I didn't like those songs. Why do you like Snow Child?
The beat was fire. The beat was fuego, and I think that was the line where the Sway Lee line came from. Actually, I got M's on me like I'm shady. I'm down Tribeca like I'm Jay-Z. I forgot the middle part, but then he was
so far you forgot it. Just wiped your memory.
It did. The Men in Black treatment, man.
Burned your memory.
Fried my corneas, man. The album, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I really like the production on this album. I like a majority of the album. It's really solid. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I would give it a 5 if there were more strong songs out there. The album's good from beginning to end. Yeah. But there's not everything is like gonna be added to my playlist. Not everything.
And that's like half the reason why I give it 4 out of 5. Because like even though it's not I'm not a huge fan of The Weeknd, it's like if you're a Weeknd fan, you most likely like this album.
I give it a 4 out of 5 because there's not enough toxic lines in there. Weeknd has grown a little bit too much. He's matured, and I just can't. I'm not at that place with him yet, and
God forbid your artist grows up.
Weeknd needs to get some depressing stuff to happen in his life again, so we can get him where we need him, back at the bottom with the rest of us. Yeah, he needs some more breakup. He needs some more
breakup music.
He needs some more toxic relationships, so we can get some fire music.
That's crazy.
Like, share, follow, whatever, something, y'all. Later days.
Peace.
Okay, pause it real quick. Yes, I was looking for that, but I was looking for that, but I was looking for a sad bar, not a whole factory.
Wait,
not a whole factory. I want a sad bar.
Dog, you look at this not live, but so people see how fake you are, dog.